What is up, guys, and welcome back. We got another awesome freaking video. As most of you know, September 30th, the Walleye cheaters got caught. And social media erupted in videos and a bunch of people sharing all the footage from the loot event. It's been absolutely crazy. The hype has kind of died down a little bit because everyone's kind of waiting to see what's going to happen on the 26th, because October 26th is their arraignment, and that is when they will be, like, the charges will formally be brought upon them, and a bunch of things could happen. They could be sentenced right then, depending on what they plea or what they do. My guess is they're probably going to try and fight this and drag this thing out, and eventually probably take some kind of plea deal. But yeah, it's been absolutely insane. I fully expect there to be a Netflix special on this within the next year, because this got so much freaking attention, national and international attention, that I just don't see how nobody's going to try and make some kind of documentary style TV show for Netflix or Hulu or something. My guess is Netflix. But yeah, guys, I've been thinking about a lot of how this is going to affect future tournaments, and how tournament trails are going to probably change the way they do things, because people have cheated. You guys have seen from my other videos, there's been a lot of people cheating over the years, but this incident here, the walleye cheaters of Lake Erie, has gotten so much freaking attention that I think it's just really it just puts so many eyes on the fact that people are cheating in professional fishing. And there's already been a lot of talk about they might switch to length. I see a lot of people saying get metal detectors or get an x-ray machine, and that's not going to happen, guys. An x-ray machine is so freaking expensive. It's just ridiculous. Metal detectors are pretty expensive, but honestly, all they would probably need is one of those metal security wands. I should probably, someone needs to freaking market those for fishing, for fishing tournaments. Just brand it over. I should do that. I should freaking sell security wands. I actually used to bounce, so I know exactly how a security wand works, and they're relatively inexpensive. That would be the way to go. You could wand every single fish and see if there's any metal or any lead in the fish. But yeah, I feel like things are really going to be different. Things are going to be a lot more stringent. I wonder if they're going to continue polygraphs, because time and time again, if you look at a lot of my videos, a lot of these cheaters passed the polygraph test, and so did Chase Kaminsky and Jake Runyon. They only failed 1 out of 7 polygraphs or something. They're not very accurate. It's kind of crazy to think that they're used as evidence in the court of law, because if fishermen can pass it, I'm sure somebody committing a more serious crime is going to be able to find a way to pass them. That's all pretty interesting. But I am wondering, if they switch back to the length method, that could potentially work. But there have been people that cheated during that too. I used to kayak fish a lot in kayak tournaments. I used to fish some kayak tournaments, and all kayak tournaments use the length method. There's been cheaters that cheated that. There's been people that have altered the measuring devices. There's been people who actually altered the fish. So one guy had a cut tail, he cut the tail off a fish and was using it, and he would just put his hand over it so you couldn't see that he was holding the tail and make the fish look longer. And I might do a whole nother video on that. And then another guy that I actually was there when we caught him. I was actually emceeing a kayak tournament for a kayak bass series, which is no longer around. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. That was a freaking crazy kayak bass series. There's some crazy stories with that. That guy Andrew Shepard was altering the hog troughs. So if they do, I think the best method, again, this is all going to be expensive though. If you want to keep people honest, you're gonna have to do Major League Fishing style. You're gonna have somebody on the boat, which for smaller trails, that's gonna be tough to afford unless you just get volunteers, which you might be able to get volunteers. There's guys who might just want to go hang out on the boat all day, but you're gonna have to find a lot of them, because say 60, 70 boats enter, you're gonna need 60 or 7 volunteers to go on the boats, and unless you just do there's really no way to do it. That's how you'd have to do it. You'd have to have somebody physically on the boat checking, which maybe that's the way they go though. That's really the only perfect way you're gonna keep people honest. But then again, you never know. They could be bribing them. The problem with this is if cheaters are willing to cheat, they're gonna find a way to cheat. There's always gonna be holes. There's nothing you could possibly do, because human error is always involved. So even if you get a bunch of volunteers, they might be susceptible to bribes. Who knows? It's kind of one of them things that's just it's going to happen. I think people are definitely going to think twice before they cheat from now on, because of how much attention this got. And once you cheat too, you get exiled. All these videos that I have done on cheaters, when you try and look up current information on them, it's they're nowhere to be found. It is they've jumped off the face of the earth, which I'm sure they all move away. I'm sure they stop fishing, because how could you show your face anywhere? Like, imagine even like if Mike Long walked in the Bass Pro Shop. Imagine if like Chase Kaminsky or Jake Runyon, like anywhere they go, people probably know who they are at this point. Like, imagine them going to Cabela's or Bass Pro Shops or just anywhere. Imagine them trying, like, running into them at the boat ramp. Like, they've garnered too much attention. The crazy thing is people like this tend to probably just move on to something else. They'll probably find some other kind of scam, some other kind of con. But yeah, it is interesting. It's almost like they're in witness freaking protection, guys. Like, some of these guys, like Mike Long, comment below if anyone has seen Mike Long recently, because I can't find anything online. The dude was everywhere online. Was on the covers of magazines, had a website, was all over the socials, and no one's seen him since 2019, since he was exposed. I think that's probably what's going to be. I think something similar is probably going to happen with Chase and Jake, but I guess we'll just see. Or maybe they'll love all the freaking attention. If they get a Netflix special, maybe they'll freaking Tiger King it, guys. I think they might be the next Tiger King. As much freaking attention as this has got. See, the thing about these walleye tournaments, though, is they usually donate all the fish. And that's one thing that Chase and Jake weren't doing, is they were never donating their fish, because they'd get caught if they donated their fish, obviously. So one thing they could do is they could make that mandatory, and then you have to like kill every fish, but most of these walleye are caught deep anyway, so most of them are dying. So maybe that's the way to go. Maybe it's an easy way to make sure that no one's doing, like, adding weights to them. But again, they could potentially find other ways to cheat. So I think it's just kind of going to be like, it's just like a process. I guess you just wean out the cheaters. Like, once they get caught, they're no longer allowed to fish. So, and it's just, everything's a process, and everything just kind of has to like play its course. And, I'm pretty confident that Chase and Jake will probably never fish another competitive tournament in their lives. Putting weights in the fish is just, it's amazing, because so many people have done that before. Like, and they get caught often. I'm sure some people get away with it, but I mean, countless people have gotten caught doing the weights. So, it's crazy. I think I said some other videos, but it's crazy that they were bold enough to do that and use as much weight as they did. But yeah, guys, comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Chase and Jake have changed professional fishing tournaments? Like, is everything going to be different now? Are there going to be new rules? Let me know what you guys think. Comment below too and let me know if you think they'll ever fish competitively again. I'm thinking definitely not. But alright, guys, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time.